Hi guys, cPho here. Just giving you a bit of an update on where we're at. So, the station's finished building most of the internal hangar. Messis is gonna leave now because we've used up all the material in the last shipment. This is where the hangar's at the moment. So you can see it's fully enclosed now. We've got an observation deck up the top of it. And on either side of that is a control deck which overlooks the entire area. Back we've got a couple of bays where cargo is unloaded. There's a bit of a docking claw up the top. Factory and storage. Storage areas are painted orange. We've got some elevators in here which now function. The switches will move from here, of course. This is just during the testing phase of it. Side elevators. Nothing fancy there. The middle ones I quite like. I've got them both wired up to these switches at the moment, but I'll have it so that they're individually working. And they'll stop at different levels. So this will be like a repair and maintenance deck. You can lower drones or whatever down to this deck for repair so that it's not obstructing the main hangar. There'll be an observation deck on this level as well, so personnel and droids and so on work here. And then a lower level again down here will be a manufacturing and storage area. So you can see there's going to be a lot more space down here. I haven't outfitted this area yet, but you get the idea. So it's only very small craft that can fit into this hangar and into these elevators, but the main shipyard itself out here, it's big enough for bigger ships, so I figure little ships in here only is okay. All seamless when it's up there. Another elevator over here. Very slow acting one, that one, for some reason. I'm not quite sure why it's got such a big delay. And here we've got our factory unit. The materials that are built from it are stored on these orange blocks. And then raw storage from cargo brought in by miners or freighters or whatever gets stored here temporarily while it's on the docks, controlled by those cargo bays there, and then later on that gets drained into other areas. That's just the docking area. Underneath we're going to have airlocks leading from the back, which I showed you in a previous episode, that lead out to this area, you might recall, at the back here. So these airlocks, you can come in, and because the dock itself can have the force field open, and therefore, so because this can be exposed to space out in here, there's going to be a section behind here where these platforms are. I haven't built this bit yet, of course, but this section here will be behind glass doors, so you can observe what's going on out there, and then you can opt to go out of an airlock into that area here, or around here. I just haven't done that yet. You can see the beginnings of that here. So you'll be able to observe what's going on, but be in an oxygen pressurized area. So that's the internal hangar. You can see everything's painted high visibility so that maneuvering ships don't easily back into posts. That's always a bummer. Yeah. That's where she's at. That's the deck there underneath, so you can observe what's going on outside with that. Main arm of spotlights here has some armour on either side of it, which the other arms don't, as you can see. And that's both to give this central module a bit of a fortress, so that if ever this station is, you know, under very heavy attack, then you can retreat to this area for a bit more security. It can also be a standalone module if you don't attach these ones to it. And inside this armour, it is filled to the gills with jump inhibitors. Not too much though, because you don't want some big battleship being trapped here and forced to fight to the death. So yeah, that's the internal hangar area. At the back here in the tower, I haven't done any detailing on the side yet, but on the back of them I've got some more Aegis turrets. Mark II, in fact. I've increased the height of the turrets so that they pivot to face directly upwards better. And I've got some water and atmospheric recycling and filtration silos and plumbing in here, and a big heat radiator for the spotlights, because these ones aren't exposed to space, they're actually tucked within this tower. You need to radiate that heat a little better. These ones over here radiate directly into space and have a heat shield at the back, whereas this one has more of a heat shield inside it, and therefore it needs a radiator. see that it's coming along fairly well. As I said, Messis is on its way out now, so it'll be sitting here by itself shortly. And on Messis's return, we're going to have the next module along built, and the one after that started to be built. So the mirror images of those, and these top rings that you see here on the top of the spotlight arms are going to start being connected to the roof module, for want of a better word, at the top of the overall shipyard. It's going to be another sort of live-in module like these are, but it'll be much flatter. There'll be long-range weapons on top of it that to prevent long-distance attacks. And then once that's been built, we can start bringing these modules down the other side of the shipyard to complete it. Go with 5 of them. There we go.